Hello, welcome back. Rigel Smith here, and today I'm going to teach you how to use rose essential oil, the benefits of rose, and why it is my favorite essential oil that I've ever used. So rose essential oil, this little 5 milliliter bottle, requires over 10,000 hand-picked Bulgarian roses. Now, rose oil is one of the most adulterated essential oils on the market. Now, we know doTERRA does not adulterate their oils. They source for purity, potency, and do so in a sustainable and ethical way. But in general, rose oil is heavily adulterated because it is so difficult and expensive to produce this oil. It is the most expensive oil that doTERRA currently has by a long shot, and that's because of what's required to go into this oil. When you crack open the bottle, it is like roses used to smell when you were a kid. I don't know if you've noticed that roses don't smell like they used to. So I have these Mother's Day roses. I've had roses in the past, and they're almost losing that really sweet and delicious aroma that I remember as a kid. And this really smells like the rose bushes that I grew up with my grandma, and when we would get them in our home. It doesn't smell like grandma's rose lotion or candle or fake perfume. It's absolutely delicious. Now, the primary benefits of rose essential oil is going to be for your skin and complexion. I'll talk more about how to use it for that in a moment. Hormone health, emotional wellness, even the immune system, and it makes an absolutely incredible, lovely personal perfume or fragrance. So number one, rose oil is used to help with your complexion. It helps when you use floral oils to kind of resurface and bring radiance to the surface of your skin, whereas the tree oils go deep and help with the root of your skin. So when you combine them, you can have some really incredible benefits. And that may be why you notice that rose essential oil is in some of doTERRA's skincare products like the Immortelle serum or the oil. So it combines things like frankincense, sandalwood, myrrh, and then I believe lavender and rose to make one of those skin soothing oils. So you can take the rose essential oil and you can put a couple drops and mix it into your hydrating cream or whatever moisturizer that you like to use, and that's going to help with some of those skin benefits. Now, I mentioned that the rose comes from doTERRA in the 5 ml bottle. Sometimes your essential oil will crystallize, it'll get solid, and that's completely normal for unadulterated, undiluted rose essential oil. Kind of like the coconut oil you cook with, you know, when it gets too warm, it starts to melt, and when it gets too cool, it turns solid and crystallizes. Mine was crystallized last night, but now it's warm enough to have melted. But if you ever see that, it's totally normal. Just hold it in your hands. It'll slightly warm up and you'll be able to use it just like you're used to using your other oils. Now, a more affordable option is the Rose Touch. The Rose Touch just means that it's diluted with fractionated coconut oil. Now, doTERRA came out with the Touch line. There are dozens of oils that doTERRA has in the Touch version, and we don't know exactly how many drops, so I can't tell you how to make this at home. When it first came out, they said that the Touch line of oils was between 1/3 essential oil up to 2/3 essential oil, and the rest is a carrier. So you could get the bottle and try to recreate it. So if you're making, I would say the bottle's best if you're making your own body products or your own lotions with it. Maybe if you were making room sprays or like a facial oil or maybe a facial mist, this would be a great option. If you're using it more for a personal fragrance, on the go, immune support, you can definitely use the roll-on. So I talked about how it really smells like a lovely personal fragrance. So if you give me a hug, I oftentimes smell like rose. I use it every day. I roll it right on my thyroid. It's great for hormone health. This isn't a thyroid roller blend. I have some of those on my website, but I just love the smell. It's calming. I like to sometimes even layer it if you're feeling like you want to mix it up. I'll do a little bit of the rose and then layer it with some of the Madagascar vanilla and just a little bit, and it brings a different sweetness to the aroma. Oh, I love that. If you want to mix it with the Whisper essential oil from doTERRA, that would be lovely. The Whisper smells different on every person. It is really designed to be worn as a perfume if you like that. Some people smell like chocolate, some people smell floral, some people even smell a little musty or spicy. It just depends. And so you can mix that with the Whisper and the Rose if you like that. Oh, that vanilla smells so good. Now, emotionally, it's the oil of divine love. So if I look up in the Emotions and Essential Oils book, it is the oil that holds a higher vibration than any other oil on the planet. It's a powerful healer of the heart and supports individuals in reaching heavenward and connecting with divine love. It teaches the essential need for divine grace and intervention in the healing process. So this is an incredible essential oil for somebody who is grieving or somebody who is struggling with something emotional, a broken heart, things of that nature. I don't feel like I'm struggling with a broken heart, but I sure do love rose. There's something about it that just brings me so much joy every time I crack open the bottle. Now, backing up to using it for the skin, you can add this, like I mentioned, to some of your own skin preparations. I'm gonna have recipes for you listed on my blog linked below on blissmama.com with different ideas for sugar scrubs, lotion bars, things of that nature, and you can try those. Or you can try the Rose Duet. So doTERRA just released this last month in May for their 15th birthday. Now, some of us have received this free as a gift, so I was given this from doTERRA. I'll teach you about it in a moment. If you live in Canada, it's already been released in May, and if you're in the US, it comes out in June. Now, I can't tell you the exact date. I'm recording this early. If you're watching this live, I am in Scotland right now. So I'm recording this before I leave, and I talked to my account manager today and they said they're hoping to have it mid-June. So if you watch this video in the beginning of June, it should be coming soon, or maybe it came out June 1st. It's a surprise, I don't know. But it's gonna sell out and it's awesome. So this is the Rose Duet. So they took that rose oil and they made it into this hydrosol mist. Now, a hydrosol mist is made by basically sweating the rose petals. So you steam distill them and the sweat that comes off is captured and it's made into a hydrosol. It's different than rose water and it's very difficult to make. Emily Wright is one of the owners of doTERRA, and she said prior to doTERRA, she worked with an essential oil company that made hydrosols and they would always mold. So she was hesitant to bring those to doTERRA because people were requesting them, but she had experience where they were moldy, the products could not meet the standards, so it was something that they haven't brought. Now, 15 years later, here it is as a limited edition item. Sometimes they bring these limited editions back, so if you really love it, maybe they'll bring it back for us. But it can be used to soothe your skin. It can be used to support healthy inflammatory levels. It can help to hydrate and moisturize and balance the skin. You can use it right after, kind of like a toner, so right after cleansing. You can use it as like a touch-up moisturizing thing. Not only does it smell amazing, but I'm noticing it helps almost prepare my skin to receive the other benefits of what I put on. And it's something that I'll use midday, like I just sprayed it on my face, just kind of as a refreshing mist. And then paired with this I hope becomes permanent because this is my new favorite thing. It's moringa rose oil. So these come together as a set, not separately. This is the nourishing oil. So it's a moringa oil for your face with rose. It is extremely hydrating and moisturizing, but not in a greasy way at all. I could see this being good for all skin types. I notice when I use it at night, when I wake up, my skin feels more hydrated. And I don't have dry skin. I would say it's more balanced. If I had to lean one way, it's definitely on the oily side. So it doesn't make my skin feel overly oily. It just feels plump and balanced and really nicely hydrated. This is something you could use under makeup or alone or at nighttime. You guys know I love my yarrow palm oil, and I've been alternating using yarrow palm in the morning and then I'm using this at night, and I am absolutely loving it. When you put it on, just like when you put the Rose Touch on, it has a tingling sensation, and it's not tingling like peppermint oil or something irritating. It is just like it's dancing with your cells. I don't know how else to describe it, but when you put on that moringa facial oil, you'll know what I'm talking about. Couple more notes on rose oil. It is incredible for the immune system. That's not something that's talked about often, but when I travel, I always bring my Rose Touch with me. And if somebody is coming down with funk, I am rolling this on the back of the spine along with On Guard capsules. I love the On Guard Plus capsules. And then putting rose along the spine. Also for stubborn skin irritations, you can roll this right on. You can combine it with tea tree or not. It's extremely versatile, and that's why it's in the Kids Stronger blend, which is the Kids Protective blend. So there is rose oil in there as well. So those are a few highlights. I could probably do an hour-long video on the benefits of rose, but those are a few touch points. Head on over to Bliss Mama on the blog linked below if you want more rose information, more rose recipes, and drop a comment below about how you use rose oil. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, if you're new to doTERRA and you want to get wholesale pricing, which is 25% off retail, you can shop on my website below at blissmama.com. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.